4, 5, 6ers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody. For Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody. For Philadelphia 76ers. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here come the Sixers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your
Williams in the penetration, and it's knocked away by Matumbo, but into the hands of Peterson. Antonio Davis.
76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody.
Welcome back. Man, it feel good to hear the song. I ain't heard the song in so long. I feel like we ain't won. Kate misspoke. Kate said the Sixers get their first win of the year. It was our first one in February, Kate, not the first one of the year. Shout out to Sixers tonight, man. It was good to see them playing together. It wasn't good to see them blow the lead, but it was good to see them see the numbers in this box score. Numbers in this box score showed that it was just a team effort tonight. Let's just jump right into it. The Flowers, I don't think is even a question. I don't think anybody will argue with these Flowers. I don't think anybody will disagree with these Flowers. I'm actually glad that I have the platform by myself tonight because I know Jen or Carl or Jose would have took my Flowers. Man, Ricky Council, man. He got the opportunity. He showed out tonight. He got the opportunity. He showed out. I can't say I wasn't surprised because I was definitely surprised. I didn't know he had this much in him. But when you young, full of energy, don't know if you'll be on the NBA roster in the coming weeks and the coming years. All you do is play hard, and he just played extra hard today, crashing the glass, just taking it aggressively, man. Hats off to Ricky Council. Had a career night, 19 points, 10 rebounds. 10 rebounds. I saw somebody in the comments. Here it go. I found it right there. Hold on. So he said Jaden Springer never had this type of game. Everybody up in arms about him. Ricky Council, much more potential. So I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way, Big Time Brown. As I was watching him today, I said, man, let me just look into him a little bit more. And I'm like, yo, we haven't had a perimeter guy at his height that can get a bucket like that in a minute off the bench. I mean, well, Kelly Oubre. But when you think about guys like Korkmaz, really who knew what he was going to give you. Springer is a little bit shorter. Matisse, albeit 6'5", is limited offensively as well as he played defense. But to be 6'6", we don't bring in many 6'6" guys on this team. Like, we got the same size people, all guards, like 7 people that's 6'8", and that's it. Like it. So to see somebody like Ricky Council come in and flourish tonight, man, it was good to watch. It was definitely good to watch. Ricky Council showed out tonight. Maxey, let's just jump right into it, man. Maxey was quiet early, but Maxey showed up when it mattered. When the lead was starting to dwindle down, Maxey hit some big shots. He hit some big threes. He was getting to the cup in the fourth. He had a monstrous fourth quarter and ended up leading the team in scoring, albeit when you watch the game, it didn't seem like it the entire game. I mean, he had I won't say he had a rough start. He had a very slow start. Yeah, he had a very slow start. But I see what everybody's saying. But if you look at his box score, man, he filled up the stat sheet. 28, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, he did what we needed to do. He closed out the game overall. I mean, overall the team played well late, but I think when we needed buckets, he was getting to the cup whenever he wanted. Like I said, he made big threes. He held it down in the fourth quarter. I would have loved to see him string together 4 consecutive quarters, but I mean, some people just have off nights. Let's not forget he wasn't in the lineup. He was hurt. So that first quarter, he was very, very. I think he was the last starter to score, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he scored in the first quarter. I could be wrong. I was watching, and if I remember correctly, I don't think he scored in the first quarter. So it was rough seeing him come back and have a slow start like that. But at the end of the day, he closed the deal for us. I mean, you don't want to see 11 for 25. You don't want to see 11 for 25. But overall, I mean, his box score overall looks good. And like I said, he closed the game for us. At the end of the day, we know he is the star of this team when Joel is not here. So what do you want from your star? You want your star when it's time, when it's closing time? Go out there and handle business. Go out there and handle business. I'm gonna put Billy comment on the screen. It's kind of long. Paul. I'm going to keep saying it. He needs a mid-range shot. Teams are willing to give him the mid-range shot, and I need him to have a consistent shot. And I feel you. I feel you. I don't think his mid-range is bad. I just don't think he relies on it much. When you're as fast as that kid is, well, I agree with you. Don't think I'm disagreeing with you, Billy. I'm not disagreeing with you, but he gets by everybody. Like, if I can get to the cup, what's a more high percentage shot? Me getting to the cup or me shooting the mid range? So I think he knows he can get by anybody, even if they give him like a foot and a half off. If they take a foot and a half off of him and leave him open for mid ranges, he's still getting by these guys. So I think that's Tyrese Maxey's mindset. It does seem like he's become 3-pointer or layup, or that's it. That's all he's gonna give you. He's gonna get by somebody and get a layup, or he's gonna shoot a super deep three. It does seem like that's what he's turning into, but if it's working, I mean, add your mid range at the in the summer. I like what he's doing, Billy. That's all I'm saying. I think he gets to the hole whenever he wants. So it's like, why would I settle for a mid range? Because technically, Tyrese Maxey shooting a mid range will be settling. It will be settling simply because he can get by anybody. So he promised us one thing, Billy, at the end of the day. He promised he'd get 1% better every day. I personally feel like he's been doing that over his career as a Philadelphia 76er. So hopefully he hears your crowd to get a better mid-range shot, to be more willing to take mid-range jumpers. But right now, I like what he's doing. So it was good to see. Man, everybody's favorite topic. Like I said it last podcast. I said, one thing I know is you don't have to worry about hearing the word trade ever again. Tobias Harris is over. We can't trade you no more this year. And after this year, you're going to get a contract from somebody, albeit whether it be us or be another team, but you're going to get another. So you don't even have to think about getting traded anymore. All you got to do out there is go out there and hoop. And today I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel it because these are the games I expect him to have one of those breakout games. Like I expected him to have the type of game I got from Buddy Hield tonight. We'll touch on Buddy Hield in a second. But making big shots when it matters, and doing something that stood out in the box score. Just something that stands out in the box score. I didn't need him to have 40. I didn't need him to have 25 rebounds. I just needed him to do more than what he did. He didn't do much on the box score at all. Like, so I would have liked to see him have a better game than he did. But it is what it is. We got the win. At the end of the day, all I really wanted today, I was talking to Smitty during the game. He texted me. He said, "Man, it's hard to watch this team." This was when we were starting to lose the lead, and I was like, honestly, I just want to win right now. I'm to the point now where I just wanted to see the Sixers win a game because I didn't care if it was pretty. I didn't care if it was ugly. I didn't care if we won by 50. I didn't care if we won by 1. I just needed to see the Sixers win a game. And it was good to see them win tonight, man. It was good to see them win. Oh yeah, that's a fact, KC. We talked about it a second ago, man. Ricky Council got the flowers of the game for me. He showed up. He showed up in a big way. Like you know how we've had guys on this team that all right, everybody's out, you're gonna get extended minutes, and then they come in and give us a dud. People was out, he got extended minutes, and man, he earned every minute tonight, like every minute. And it's more than just the scoring. I love that he gave us 19, but it's so much more than the scoring, man. The way he was attacking the glass was definitely admirable. Simply because we're undersized. I mean, overall, we rebounded okay today. We did rebound okay today, but we're undersized, so we need guys to get in there and grab rebounds. And look, he knew his role. Like I said, when you young and hungry, you don't even know no better. All you want to do is hoop. If all you want to do is hoop, and they just tell you, "Hey, I know you usually play like maybe like 6 minutes if it's a blowout, but tonight you're gonna play like 30 minutes. You good with that? Okay, put me in. Next man up, man." He was hooping. Where is Tobias, Phil? That's what I just got done touching on that, man. Tobias, I'm not off of Tobias. I won't say I'm pissed off because at the end of the day, y'all know my moniker, man. If you wearing a Sixers jersey, I'm rocking with you. Is not the trade deadline is passed, so Tobias Harris will be on this roster for the foreseeable future, the rest of this season, at the least. So I'm rocking with him. I'm gonna keep encouraging him, and I hope that he does better. But I need, especially against teams like Washington. Teams like Washington, I can't have my second best player currently on this roster with the injuries we have having 11 and 7 when he plays 33 minutes. I just want to see a little bit more out of Tobias, man. He just be out there sometimes. When he gets his little handoff at the top of the key and pulls up, he shoots with confidence, but it's just not there all the time. I just want him to be more consistent. You know, we used to say that on here, is that the one consistent about Tobias is he gonna be inconsistent. Because today he had 11 and 7, the next game he messed around and had 28 and 12. You just don't know. We just want some consistency out of Tobias, and it's hurting us a little bit. I don't like it. Let me see if I remember the over under. So the over unders was 123 and a half. 123 and a half points for the Sixers. We only scored 119. I got that wrong. But it's all right. Buddy Hill, you hit 4 3-pointers last night. So I upped your number to 4.5 for the over under, saying you was gonna hit 5. That last one you hit in Kuzma face. Ooh, if your toe just you had Kevin Durant feet. You had the KD feet for the last jumper you hit. That was a big shot though, by the way. That was a huge shot. Kuzma even said, "No, I'm right there. What I'm supposed to do." So yeah, Buddy Hill number was 4.5. He only hit 4. Again, it's crazy you say only. Getting 4 3-pointers out of your starting 2 guard for the night is huge. And he shot well overall, 9 for 16. It's good to see with Embiid out, we do have players that can get their own shot. Kelly Oubre can get his own shot. Buddy Hill can get his own shot. Maxey, Tobias, everybody that we have currently can at least. It's not like the days of old where we had the Danny Greens that only get shots when he's standing in the corner. PJ Tucker that only gets shots when he's standing in the corner. Like it's different now. I do feel like we got a bunch of guys that when Embiid is out, it's not like we're going to score 89. We're not terrible. The future look all right, man. If Embiid can come back, that's the key. Health is wealth. Big Tom Brown says Kelly is more aggressive than Tobias. You would have thought he was the third best player. I agree. It's hard to gauge Tobias. It's like sometimes it seemed like he got that dog in him. Sometimes he just don't seem engaged. When things aren't going his way early, kind of gets down on himself, and it shows in his game. So yeah, I agree with you though. Kelly Oubre, since Embiid went down, Kelly Oubre has been ultra aggressive. ultra aggressive. It shows that he only took 13 shots tonight. But even last game, he was ultra aggressive. So I like that. I love the way he attacked the rim off offensive rebounds. He get the offensive rebound, he gonna try to go back up on somebody. He be trying to punch on people. He almost punched on somebody crazy earlier, but he missed. He got rim blocked. He got rim blocked pretty bad. But I do like what I'm seeing out of Kelly Oubre. I feel like he's getting his confidence back. Remember the Kelly Oubre we was getting early on in the season, and then after, I don't want to say it because Jose not here today, so I'm gonna try. I was trying to go a whole show without bringing up Casper, but ever since he came back from that injury, we hadn't seen the same aggressiveness, the same savvy from Kelly Oubre, and we've been looking for it. And albeit we don't ever want to see anybody injured, but it seems as if the Embiid injury has lit some type of fuse under Oubre. Like, all right, well, I get the rock more. I get the rock more. So I like that Coach Nurse is entrusted in all of our players. It seems, I don't want to say everybody has the green light, but there is not a bad shot on this team. We see it when Mo Bamba's out there. He'll pull a couple threes. We've seen Paul Reed pull a couple threes. Campaign seems to have a green light fresh off the plane. We obviously need Buddy Hield to shoot. Like, nobody is getting lack of touches now. And again, I'm not saying we better without Embiid, but I do like that everybody's getting their fair share. We're not gonna be world beaters and have Maxey score 45, 50, Tobias score 35, and then have a bunch of 6, 7, 5, 4-point players. We're gonna need a collective effort to keep this ship afloat while the big fella gets healthy. We're going to need a collective effort for the entirety of the season. The rest of the season has to be about the Sixers, not about what we get out of Tobias Harris, not about what we get out of Maxey. What are we going to get out of the 8, 9, 10 players that's going to be on the court every single game? If we can pull this stuff together, let the big fella get healthy, man, we will be okay. Again, y'all know how I felt about losing the 2 players that we lost. But I don't think we got worse. I don't think we got worse. It may appear that we got worse because we're missing Embiid. We are missing the best player in the NBA. We're missing the most gifted scorer currently in the NBA. There are people that have done it better in the past, but currently, right now in the NBA, there's no person that scores the basketball as well as Joel Embiid. So it may seem like we got worse, but we got worse because of an injury. We haven't gotten worse because of the personnel on it, the rest of the personnel on this team. As soon as this team gets healthy, man, I believe. Like I said, I was in my funk for a couple days about that damn trade. But I'm hopeful. I know y'all look at me and say, how you hopeful, BG? Y'all just beat a 9-win team by 6. We did. It wasn't the prettiest, but we needed a win. Let's just be clear. We needed a win. Hold on. Let me put this up here. We needed that. Layla, we needed a win. We needed a win. So, like I said, when I was talking to Smitty during the game, I told him, I said, dog, for real, all I want to see is a win tonight. I don't even care how it happened. So it was good to see them definitely pull it out. What's everybody's thoughts about the first 2 games from Campaign and Buddy Hield? Good pickups. Are you on the fence about it? Is it just meh? Is it all right? What? Just my assessment after 2 games. Buddy Hield looks comfortable. Campaign looks like he may fit in. He definitely looks like he fits in with this team. He's a reliable backup. I still hate the way he shoots. I told y'all I was telling Jen, because Jen said she don't know nothing about Campaign. I said, look, the first time you see him shoot, don't be alarmed. It looked weird because he shoots sideways. Some of his threes, I don't like that he takes some of them, but you got to keep the defense honest, man. If you open, shoot the ball. So I like what I see out of Campaign. I really like what I see out of Buddy Hield. I would much rather see Buddy Hield out there with the MVP, because you think you get open looks now. The looks you will get with him out there is on a different type of level. So I would definitely like to see that at some point this season. Hopefully Embiid can come back. Godspeed. Please. We can't take too much more losing in this city. Phil said Boston won four yesterday, and they healthy against what? Oh, they won by 4 against Washington yesterday, and they fully healthy. So I mean that says a lot. But they did make some trades, didn't they? Or they only picked up people. Who did they trade? Was they whole lineup in yesterday? Was they whole lineup in yesterday? I don't know. Until we get Embiid and said until we get Embiid, Melton, Batum back, and guys get put in their roles, then we can see. Yeah, I agree with you, and I 100% agree that. All right, well, show me what you can do in your true role. But right now, their true role is to be extra than what they usually are. So I need them to just be the best version of themselves. When Embiid comes back, we'll figure it out. When Batum comes back, when Melton comes back, when Cove comes back. God, dog, I feel like I'm just naming the whole roster. When all these guys come back, yes, we will figure it out. But today, I believe Nick Nurse and that coaching staff is coaching these guys up to let them know, look, we can make a run, but we got to keep the boat afloat. We got to keep the boat afloat while the big fella's out. Any game, anybody can win any game. If we make it in the playoffs, we got a chance. I agree, but we definitely don't want to see Boston in the first round. We don't want to see Milwaukee in the first round. Like that, we don't deserve to go through them teams early. We're not that low on the totem pole. We should be one of those top 4 seeds. And like I said, man, looking at this lineup currently constructed, and knowing the guys that are coming back soon. Obviously, Batum's always day to day, so who knows with Batum? But Batum will be back. Anthony Melton will finally be back soon. They said the light is not bright at the end of the tunnel for Covington, but one day Embiid will be back. I think once we're fully constructed in the next 2 weeks, once buyouts are done and we add or don't add another piece, we'll see what this team has going for itself. And if we can hold on to that 4, between that 4 and 5 seed, I think we got a shot, man. We gotta be in the top 4 or 5. We cannot go down to them playing teams. We cannot go to 7, 8, 9, and 10. We can't. I refuse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Prophet. We still got the buyout. That window's usually is open for a while. It's not something that people do instantly all the time. It's not things that people do late all the time. If there's a free agent to be had after they get bought out, then I would hope that Daryl Morey does his due diligence and finds a player that will fit on this roster and can help us compete for a championship at some point. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the buyout, man. I say top 4 because that's what we are with Embiid. With Embiid, we're at least top 3. We could be the best team in the East, but we have our ups and downs. Fully healthy, I feel like we're a top 3 team. It's us, Boston, Milwaukee, in my opinion. Cleveland's playing amazing. New York's playing amazing. I agree. But I think fully healthy, we are top 3. So I feel like losing the big fella is huge. It's very huge. You don't replace 36 and 12. You don't replace that. But I think we have the players to at least keep us afloat. We shouldn't just go on a nosedive is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say, Stephen, I'm not sure how you say your name. That's what I'm trying to say. They should be able to keep it afloat. We shouldn't make a complete nosedive just because the big fella's out. Yes, we're not going to be as good. You don't replace Embiid. But we shouldn't take a nosedive. I just don't feel like we should. All of the people that said, "Oh, we're a lottery team at best without Embiid," it's disrespectful. Like these NBA players, like we not just trash. We might not be upper echelon without Embiid, but we not just trash at all. Would you be happy with Lowry and Danny Green and Ricky the Fourth getting an NBA contract? Shout out Kyle again. I'm the same. We're the same alumni. Cardinal Doherty graduates. Grew up in the same neighborhood. I love Kyle. I would have loved to have Kyle in Philly a while ago, but I just don't know. I don't know. If he gets bought out, I would hate for him not to have a job. If it came down to it and we had to give him a job, but that's not something I'm targeting. I just don't know if I'm targeting. Why do we want to get so old? We already old. Why do we want to get so old? Like this is not a I get the veteran leadership, the championship pedigree. Uh, he can give us very, very good minutes off the bench. But I'm cool with Campaign. I'm not saying Campaign is him, but I'm cool with him. Like I just don't know what Kyle brings to us right now outside of that leadership. Do we need a leader? Yes. Hey, come on over, Kyle. Uh, championship pedigree. Do we need that? Yes. I get the things that he brings to this line to this roster, but then I also say to myself, why would we get older? Like, what do we? Why would we go get somebody that old to come be our backup point guard? I just don't. I don't know if I like the move. And Danny Green, that's my cousin. They call Danny Green my cousin because we share the same last name. But nah, I think that ship is sailed. Now, if we got an extra roster spot, now I would want Danny Green. See, the difference between Kyle and Danny Green, let me explain. The difference between Kyle and Danny Green is if Kyle came here, I think he would be expected to play. If Danny Green came here, I don't know if we expect him to play. We would just want him to be that veteran leader in our locker room. So if we was bringing Danny back for that, just a roster spot that ain't going to play in the playoffs anyway, because let's be clear, y'all, we don't play every player that's on the roster. It's not like everybody gets in the game. So if he was coming in to just be that, I'm cool with that. I'll be cool with Danny Green. I just don't know about Kyle, man. And I love Kyle, man, but I just don't know. I think it's too late. I think that ship is gone, and adding him doesn't move the needle. Jay, don't get me started. I don't want to cry. I'm here by myself, so I don't want to cry. I miss Pat too, man. I miss Pat. I was very hurt when he bounced. All right, say it louder for the people in the back. And you watch every show. Have I faltered away from my point about needing a big even once this season? Have I changed my opinion about that even one time this season? I'm telling you, it's clear and glaring that we just need a big. We just need a big, a reliable guy that can back up Embiid and fill in for Embiid when he's not here. So that's been my stance all season, and you know it. BG going solo like Michael Jackson. Never, man. I'm just look, man. The family couldn't make it today, and we was on the fence considering canceling shows, and I was like, I'm home. I'm watching the game. Why would I not just get on? Like, it's easier this way because, as y'all know, I tend to talk over my other co-hosts quite often. I always got a lot to say about this Sixers team. But this is easy. I ain't got to battle with nobody for screen time. It's just me and y'all in the comments. And I was telling Jen. Jen said, BG, if you got to go on by yourself for post game, don't go on. I was like, you know what? The comments kept the conversation going. The comments kept the conversation going for pregame. Conversation kept going in post game. After this big win, I thank everybody that watched tonight, man. Seriously, like I said, I know it's hard to just look at one person, talk about the Sixers, and I know I couldn't get to every single person's comments because it's hard to interact and look like the comments flow in from all the sites at one time. All YouTube, all of it, everything that people on YouTube see is just YouTube comments. Everything that people on Facebook see is just Facebook comments. I'm seeing the YouTube, the Twitch, and the Facebook comments all at once. So it's hard for me to keep up when I'm by myself, but I tried to keep it interactive and keep y'all involved in the conversation. But I appreciate y'all joining me. Again, look at the top of the screen. We got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook. I said Twitter earlier, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So don't forget to tell a friend about the East Leaf Sixers podcast. As I said before, we are here 30 minutes before every single game. We missed one game this season. It was my birthday, and everybody on the squad had something going on. But we do not miss games around here. So make sure you're here every single game, 30 minutes before the game. And after the game, we sit and talk about the Sixers wins or losses for at least 30 minutes after the game. Sometimes we go over, but we try to keep it short. And we all know the cue for BG to get off the screen is when people start saying "wepa." So if you didn't understand me in English, I'm gonna tell you in Spanish. No te olvide, decirle a un amigo que la diga a un amigo que la diga a una amiga. Wepa. Let's go Sixers. I will see y'all next